Published 0242 EDT, 1 September 2017. Updated 0253 EDT, 1 September 2017. Oumar Niasse remains an Everton player after his £7 million move to Crystal Palace fell through at the 11th hour due to the player's agent fee not being agreed. Niasse travelled to central London on deadline day after the two clubs had reached an agreement on the transfer fee, but the striker joins Ross Barkley in heading back to Merseyside as a result of failed negotiations. Palace were confident they would add Niasse, who has scored 5 goals in 26 games for Everton and Hull during his time in England, but the striker will not be moving to Selhurst Park this summer. Oumar Niasse could join Crystal Palace after agreeing personal terms with the club. Niasse impressed on loan at Hull last season but faded towards the end of the campaign. SportsMail understands that a deal sheet was submitted before the 11 p.m. deadline to allow Palace 2 additional hours until 1 a.m. on Friday morning to submit the full paperwork, but while in London, Palace representatives could not agree a fee with Niasse's agent, scuppering any hopes of the transfer going through. Palace believed the player's willingness to run and upset defenders would have helped Christian Benteke, in particular, get more space in which to score goals. He almost did a rescue job on loan at Hull last season before running out of steam and failing to score in his last 7 games, and the Tigers were relegated. Niasse has struggled to make an impression with Everton since his £13.5 million move. The 27-year-old came to Goodison Park with plenty of promise in 2016 for £13.5 million, but the former Lokomotiv Moscow player failed to live up to expectations. The Senegal international was viewed by Frank de Boer as a forward best deployed with support up front, but he now returns to Finch Farm where Ronald Koeman has already deemed him surplus to requirements. Everton's failure to land a striker to replace Romelu Lukaku, coupled with Niasse's application during his club's under-23 games, could yet lead to a return to the fold. Palace endured a quiet transfer window but did manage to complete the return of Mamadou Sakho on a 4-year deal after a £26 million fee was agreed with Liverpool. Mamadou Sakho returns to Crystal Palace for £26 million after successful loan spell. The defender spent last season on loan at Palace but made 8 appearances due to injury. The 27-year-old joined Liverpool from Paris Saint-Germain in 2013, featuring in 80 fixtures for the Anfield club. But since Jurgen Klopp's arrival, the French defender has become surplus to requirements and has been forced to make a living elsewhere. Sakho's arrival at Palace was only announced at 2 a.m. 3 hours after the transfer window closed. De Boer is under huge pressure already after defeats by Huddersfield, Liverpool and Swansea.